All right, class, we're to our Wednesday read today. Remember, we're working on persuasive writing for informational text. So there's going to be a ton of information and facts in our story, but the author is going to try to persuade you to do something. And we've already had a little bit of taste of it in our first story. How can starting a business help others? We want you to think about being a business person. How can you start a business? And not only can you start the business, but can you help others in your community? Well, the title of our story is Kids in Business. And some of these kids' ideas are pretty unique. Starting a business is a huge undertaking. That's why these young entrepreneurs, that's a hard word, entrepreneurs, that's a business person, who help others are nothing short of amazing. This is Haley. Her last name is Scott. She's been wearing hearing aids since she was 18 months old. Hiding the hearing aids behind her hair had become routine. Now, routine means it happens every day. So this poor girl, she can't hear very well, so they gave her some hearing aids. That's awesome. But some kids out there are not very nice, and so she was afraid of getting made fun of that she has hearing aids. Who do you think of normally has hearing aids? Yeah, a lot of older people. My great-grandfather had hearing aids. He could barely hear a word you said even when he had his hearing aid in. And so she thought that it wouldn't be that cool to have them in. So what is she going to do? Let's find out. At age 5, she decided that she wanted to be proud of them. So Haley began drawing out her ideas to make charms that look like earrings. The charms would hang from her hearing aids, and they'd really stand out. So she's been trying to hide these, and now all of a sudden, she's making them look really, really neat. Her mother helped Haley bring these drawings to life. Her idea to highlight hearing aids launched a new enterprise. At age 8, now that's younger than us, so some of us are 9 or 10, about in 4th grade. She's 8, so she's maybe a 3rd grader. Haley began a business with help from her family, including her twin sister. She now sells more than 50 charms in different styles. She even holds patents on her creation. Now, a patent means that you can't make it exactly like hers and sell it. That's hers, so you'd have to make yours different. Our first girl, Haley. All right, next up we have Joshua. Joshua Williams has a message for kids. You're never too young to make a difference. As head of Joshua's Heart Foundation, Joshua is one of the youngest foundation presidents in the world. His organization aims to help stamp out hunger in Miami, Florida. The Compassionate Group gathers and distributes food to people in need. Local businesses pitch in by providing food and a helping hand. So this kid gets people to donate food, and then he gives it to people who are hungry. Joshua work includes a backpack program that is aimed especially at helping hungry children. He has plans to start a community garden too. That way, he says, people can get more fresh food. So he had a problem in the place that he lived. There was not enough food for all the people that lived there. And so he started to provide food for them, and he also provided backpacks for them. This last thing, a community garden, is really cool. We have many of these in Milwaukee. And a community garden is a big, huge open piece of land that's not being used by anybody else. So you can come in and take a part of that and plant a garden. Here's our next child. This one I think is pretty unique. Anna's plant business helps the environment. Anna Azevedo, I believe is how you say her name, Azevedo, is passionate about the environment. At age 10, 4th grade, she realized that most drinking glasses cannot be recycled. So she found a nature-friendly way to reuse old drinking glasses. Anna's budding business, Sprout, sells plants in glasses. So her business name is Sprout. And so she gets these old glasses, then she puts some dirt in them, and then she puts a plant in them, and then she sells those. Anna hatched her innovative idea based on biology. Plants basically work for you. They purify the air and take out the bad stuff, Anna says. Her process? She collects drinking glasses, grows plants in her backyard, and makes fertilizer. Then she transfers the plants, soil, sand, and soil into the glasses to create a green product for indoors. Anna sells the plants on her website. So that was pretty cool, and the name of her business is called Sprout. In my house, I don't know about your house, but my wife likes to, if we go on a vacation, or like this summer when we went to this campground camping, she bought a new coffee mug at the campground. Well, we got about 4 new coffee mugs this summer and about, bazillion old coffee mugs in the cupboard. Maybe this would be a good idea for me to get some of those out of the cupboard, put some dirt in it, put some plants in it, and we'll have some nice green plants in the house. Great idea, Anna. All right, we got Cecilia Cassini, I believe is how you would pronounce her name. She is an exceptional young designer who makes clothes for kids and teens. For her 6th birthday, Cecilia asked for a sewing machine. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know how to use a sewing machine. Cecilia asked for a sewing machine. She wanted to make her own clothes. Cecilia took 2 sewing lessons. Then, she says, she just started sewing, and she hasn't stopped since. I started making clothes for my sister and my friends, and word got out and got around. Cecilia told Time for Kids. Her mom's friend, a store manager, helped Cecilia start her business. Her dream is to have her clothes sold in stores all around the world. Could you imagine that? Cecilia knows there's more to life than just pretty clothes, however. She also donates dresses to raise funds for charity. After all, trends come and go, but helping others never goes out of style. So check out this young lady down here, and she's got some kind of fancy thing in her hair there. She's a designer, and she designs clothes, and she makes clothes, and then she sells some of it, and she helps other people in need. Pretty interesting. Well, let's take a look at this Kids Count page here, and then we're going to give you guys a couple ideas about how you could start a business. Kids Count. If you think you don't have enough money to make a difference, think again. By working with others, you can make a big difference. Through the program called Penny Harvest, students gather coins from family and friends. The small change adds up to big donations for charities. The bar graph on the right shows the total amount of money raised by Penny Harvest over 5 recent years. So this book is a little bit old, but in 2007, 8, 9, 10, and 11, this Penny Harvest had 2009 raised over $802,000. That's a lot of pennies. Now, you gotta check out this picture down at the bottom. It says, since the start in 1991, students have donated more than $8.1 million to the Penny Harvest. The money is then used to create grants for community organizations. Pretty cool. All right, starting a successful business. Now, this is usually the pages that we read on a Thursday, but because the story was so short, I thought I'd add it here, and we'll do something different tomorrow. Starting a successful business. Becoming an entrepreneur as a business person is hard work, but if you are dedicated and have excellent organizational skills, it can be rewarding. Sometimes a small idea can become a very successful business. Neely S. Godfrey, author of Ultimate Kids Money Book, shares 3 tips for starting a booming business. Step number 1. Have an innovative idea. Suppose you like dogs and have free time and feel compassionate towards people with busy schedules. Why not start a dog walking service? Step 2. Find out if your business has a chance to succeed. Come up with questions and do a market survey. Now, would I have much success in my neighborhood if nobody owned a dog and I started a dog walking business? Of course not. There's no dogs that need to be walked. That business would fail. So you're going to ask your prospective clients about their likes and their needs. Find out how much they would be willing to pay for your services. The response to your questions will help you decide if you should move forward with your plan. Also, check out the competition. If there's already another dog walking service in your neighborhood, your business has a smaller chance of success. Step number 3. Compile a business plan and a budget. A detailed business plan says what products will be sold, how it will be sold, whom the customers will be, and how much it will cost to start. A budget outlines your finances in detail. Number 4, contact potential customers. Reach out to anyone you could think of that might need you. Then, set a work schedule for yourself. Finally, you have to actually start walking the dogs. You don't get paid unless you do the work. And step number 5, keep tabs on your business. I'd like to be this lady down here. I mean, she's covered in, I think those are $1 bills. Her business must be booming. Once your business is up and running, look at how it is doing. If you have money left over after your business expenses are paid, you've made a profit. You can consider yourself a successful entrepreneur, a successful business person. All right, guys. In the first video, we took care of our assignment for today, and now we've finished our story. So you are finished with reading for today. You can mark it as done. Have a great day.